Hey guys, Marcus Catkin from Blindside Football here with another daily fantasy update. I want to go over some of those last-minute injury news and notes from around the NFL to get you prepared for this weekend's matchups. Hopefully, your first weekend in the playoffs. So first up, Andre Ellington has been ruled out for this weekend, so Marion Grice should get the start here. It's a pretty good matchup actually against the Chiefs. They have been pretty soft against the run, at least these last few weeks. So I think it could be a nice matchup for Grice if you're desperate. I could see him as a low-end flex play. Or hopefully, if you're the Adrian Ellington owner, you went out and got him as the handcuff after last week. You obviously saw him come in and get some work in there, but I see him as a low-end flex this week against the Chiefs. Brandon Marshall, we talked about him yesterday, out for the season, so just a quick glimpse into the waiver wire pickups for this week. I think Marquise Wilson is going to be the guy that you want to own for the Bears. Although, like I said yesterday, I see an uptick for basically everybody else on that offense. More for Jeffrey, more for Martellus Bennett, who I think is going to have a major role moving forward, and Matt Forte. Justin Forsett, questionable for this weekend's game. I can't really get too excited about Bernard Pierce or Lorenzo Taliaferro. I think they're going to kind of eat into each other if Forsett sits. If Forsett plays, I love him. 95 or more total yards in every week since week 4, so I really like Justin Forsett. But Taliaferro will be more the goal line back if Forsett can't play, and Bernard Pierce between the 20s guys. So kind of limit each other in terms of fantasy relevancy for this weekend. Next up, Deshaun Jackson. He's questionable to play, but it doesn't look good. Didn't practice yesterday, so I'd be looking elsewhere if you had Deshaun Jackson. Makes that Rams defense play just that much better. Larry Fitzgerald is going to be a game-time decision. Hopefully, if you made the fantasy playoffs, he wasn't going to be in your roster anyway, in your starting roster anyway, so not much news there. D'Angelo Williams is out. Jonathan Stewart is in. It's a good matchup this week. Last week, he had over 7 yards per carry and looked strong. So, Jonathan Stewart, running back 2 / maybe a low end / a flex play this week, high end flex, could see a lot of work in this game and do a lot with it. Hard to trust in your fantasy playoffs, but in your daily fantasy leagues, Jonathan Stewart could be a guy to own. Monte Ball ruled out for this weekend. You didn't expect anything from Monte Ball, and C.J. Anderson is obviously the guy. But just kind of wanted to see Monte Ball get kind of back in action and finally start playing a couple games. And like I said, he wasn't going to have any significant work. Just would have been nice to see. Kendall Wright hasn't been ruled out for this weekend yet. I don't know how he hasn't been, though. He's got a broken hand. It's tough for a receiver to catch the ball with a broken hand. But I said it before, if Justin Hunter done for the season, Kendall Wright could have, I'm assuming, missed at least a few games. Kind of bumps Nate Washington up into desperation play, or maybe, like I said, another great daily fantasy sports play this weekend. And then finally, Bobby Rainey. He's questionable, but it's sounding like he's not going to play. I don't think that impacts the Bucs backfield that much. Doug Martin seems to have regained that running back role. Maybe this means a few more catches for Charles Sims, but you can't trust anybody in that Bucs backfield right now. They are all horrendous. That offensive line is terrible. Don't forget to subscribe below for my daily fantasy updates, and follow me on Twitter @MarcusCatkin.